Welcome to another Quantum Conversation, brought to you by acoustichealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. And welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. This is our QCTV episode for today, and I am so pleased to bring back a powerful spiritual teacher on the mission so full-heartedly. It is an inspiration to us all. Soluntra King is here with us, and she is sharing a little mini class of working on the inner planes. We're going to hear all about it. But first, I want to give a warm welcome to Soluntra. Hi, Soluntra. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Lauren, and my beautiful friends and viewers. It's so beautiful to be here. Thank you so much. Namaste. And I'd like to share with you, I want to talk briefly to you about the inner planes, just from the basic idea to more advanced understanding of it, because everyone's in a different space where they're coming from. I know some people watching this would be very full on the inner planes, and other people are just waking up and learning about it. So, and then we're going to do some practical applications so that I can take you through some things. We're also going to do some bigger picture work, some work with the cosmic events as well. So it's quite exciting because I got a little download before coming onto the show with what all of our higher selves and the One Heart wanted us to be creating and being in that divine love energy with today. So first of all, just from the very basic point of view, we start to work on the inner planes when we start to listen for our intuition. So then we start to do things like we might start to meditate, do qigong, yoga, different things like that as we're starting to wake up. So already we're starting to get connected on the inner planes, and we're starting to get some sort of an understanding. Then we get to the point where we start to realize with our own healing that, of course, using body work, homeopathy, color, herbs, supplements, all the things that are out there are very powerful and help us a lot. But the biggest thing of all for us to help us is working on the inner planes and doing our inner healing. So then we start to realize that the only solution to all of our dilemmas, whether it's a physical problem we've got going with our health, or whether it's issues with people and relationships, issues with our work, money, whatever it might be, we have to go inside to start healing ourselves and healing all those different aspects of us. Because, of course, we have a few little dudes inside us that are running amok, and we might call them archetypes that we have, and some of them are quite little characters. And we just have to learn to love all of those parts of ourselves within and fully accept and surrender to them. So as we're doing this process, it's actually getting us clearer. So our cells start to get clearer, we start to become lighter. And as we're doing this process, we start to realize that what we're doing on the inner is actually changing our outer world, because the inner and the outer are actually one. There is no separation between the two. So we start to recognize this. For example, we might heal an issue we have with someone, a family member, and then we start to realize that they start to become more healed too. Or we start to look at things going on with, say, money issues, and we start to look at all our blocks with that. And then before you know it, we're open to the source, we're allowing ourselves to be totally abundant. So our world is changing continually by what we do on the inner planes, and all that inner work that we do, that inner unification, is assisting us, not only ourselves so much, but every other person on this planet, all other beings through all the multiverses, for we are all that is, because we are one with everything. Then as we're in this process of connecting more and more within, we start to realize that our inner guidance comes from within too. So we start to learn to our inner voice. So instead of thinking, oh, what does my guide say? Or what does my friend say? Or, oh, I've got to get a reading to find out this, or whatever it is. We're trying to look always on the outer, outer, outer. But we start to realize that really none of it's helping us. We might get persuaded by people, we might do things, but are they really what we want to do? So we start to learn that, okay, I've got to go into my heart, I've got to go deeper and deeper in, and I have to listen to this voice that's inside my heart. It's not a voice in your head. You can still have that head voice going on, but you learn to discern the difference, and you start to find out that there's a voice that actually speaks to you from your heart, your inner voice. And so when you start to become from that aspect of yourself of being guided from within, you actually are becoming fifth dimensional. You also start to realize that there's no us and them, because maybe in the past you are looking at great masters, angelic beings, beautiful light beings, beings in the councils of light, and maybe you thought they were separate from you, or different gods, goddesses, whatever it may be. But you start to realize as you go deeper and deeper into the inner worlds that you are them. So there is no us and them. It's all you or me or us. And we start to realize that we've come from the one point of source. We go out into creation, we come through the prism, and we experience all these myriad, beautiful aspects of ourselves, holograms of our love. And some of them are very high vibrational, because when we first came out of separation, of course, we're this amazing God goddess or founder God goddess that's there creating whole realms and universes. Then we might realize that we're a god or goddess in a particular world, having fun on that level. Then we realize, oh, okay, I'm in the councils of light and I'm overseeing what's actually going down on the earth. And we're actually realizing our responsibility, because the deeper we go, of course, the more responsible we come. And we start to realize that we are the guardians. We are also the guardians of the earth, because a lot of these gods and goddesses and these beautiful beings like dragon guardians or all sorts of different guardians that we have on this planet, they're changing too. They're moving on. And so are we. So they're not holding the beam so much for us anymore, because it's all about us holding the beam. So we start to empower ourselves, because we start to own our multidimensional selves and we start to know who we are. Of course, the most important thing is to know who you are, because that total connection to your source within, whatever word you want to use for that. A lot of people might still use the word God. I don't actually like the word God, because it's got so many connotations to different religions and different old matrices and dark matrices and control matrices that have been running this planet for a long time. So I prefer to use the word source, because that way we're just not into any agendas going on any levels or any spaces. But we know that the source is in us, and we are the sun, and our sun glows so bright from within us, and that everything glows from within us. All healing, all awakening is from within ourselves. So we also start to communicate at this level. So we start to communicate with lots of different beings. For example, we're concerned about nature. We're concerned about the environment and what's going down with it. Well, we can talk to the elementals. The elementals are not separate from us. We are them and they are us. So years ago, I used to ask, oh, could we please have some rain if there was a drought or something? And often, if I was allowed to, if it was in divine will, and we've got to remember there's always divine will, we have divine will and our will. And as we unify ourselves more and more, our will becomes divine will. So there is no separation. So, but we become in a state of allowing. So at first I would ask, or that the rain could come. So instantly the rain would come. And then I realized sometimes it started to flood. And then I realized, oops, okay, can I ask the rain to stop? And the rain would stop. But then as I unified more and more, and people would ask me, oh, can you ask the rain to come to places where there's drought? And I'd say, no, there's a reason for that. There's a purification. So we can't interfere in any way. That's why we always keep it in divine will, because what our will is, of course, we all want to help the planet. We all want everyone to be great on this planet. We all want everyone to be at peace. But there's a bigger picture going on here, and it may not be appropriate. So we have to be in a state of allowing, because we don't want to interfere. So we get to the point where we realize, well, I am the elemental. I don't have to ask for anything. I know the elementals support me completely. And so if there's a big storm happening where I live, I know I just hold the beam, and the elementals are so supportive and helpful. And so, of course, the storm's not going to harm my garden or upset things, because I'm holding that beautiful beam. I'm one with them. And so that is the reality. It's also like things in your life, like when you first start working with things, you might realize that you might have entities or disincarnate souls hanging around you, or you might help other people to clear them, or you might have to clear them off the land, because where there's been battles and things, there's often souls that are left trapped. But as you unify and you go deeper and deeper into the inner planes of yourself, and you heal yourself more, you actually move out of that world. So you no longer have any inner demons or entities yourself. You no longer pick up on them with other people. You no longer go to places on the earth and feel that energy, or feel those souls, or feel that you have to help them in some way, because now you are becoming a beam. You have gone so much into your inner self. You are working so beautifully in the inner planes. You are loving yourself and loving and accepting and honoring everything else in creation. And so you become this beautiful beam. You move out of those lower astral planes. And as you do, your energy becomes so much more vaster, and you are this beautiful beam that is just holding divine love, divine oneness. So in actual fact, you become a being rather than a doing, because as you work deeper and deeper on the inner and you unify more and more, a lot of the being just falls away, because the doing falls away, because you are the being. You're the be-am. And so your energy, you're holding a beam through all worlds and dimensions, through all time and space. So wherever you walk on this planet, wherever you are, whatever people are connecting with you, whether you're in an airport or walking into the mall or down the street or wherever it is, your energy field is just illuminating. You don't have to get caught up in other people's dramas. You don't even have to know what's going on, because your energy is just being, and you are being the divine being you are. And so everything becomes a lot simpler. You've also learned to handle your own emotional state. You've also learned to handle your own mental state, because you've loved and accepted all those emotions, all those fears, all that grief, all that guilt, all those issues that we have when we look out into the world and we see what's going on. Because let's face it, on a human level, it's not exactly great. But we're not helping when we buy into it. So if you still feel that you're really upset with what's happening in this current planet at the moment, with all the strife that's going on, realize one thing, that it is just stirring everything up. It's actually a good sign, because the dark energies are just going crazy at the moment, because they're losing the race. They can't control. It's almost like they can't hold on much longer, because there's so much light coming in here, and it is just a cycle. There's nothing wrong with dark beings. There's nothing wrong with light beings. There's nothing wrong with anyone or anything. We're just having this amazing experience. And at the moment, we are spiritualizing matter. So in order to do that fully and right into every cell of our body, we have to really do a big clunk into the physical reality. And so, of course, we do experience lots of challenges. We experience these challenges in our bodies. Most of us are going through a lot of stuff in our bodies at the moment. Our bodies are going through huge changes, and we could also be creating quite a lot of illness, or all sorts of other things that we would never have had before, never expected to have. But of course, those old memories, those old energies are now out of here. Our higher self is literally saying, step it up. And so by going into the inner more and more, we understand what's actually happening here. So when you feel upset about what's going on in the world, don't buy into it for a start, because it's only fear. You are multidimensional. As a multidimensional being, you exist from love. You come from love, not fear. So, of course, love and accept what's going down. If you feel grief and pain about what's happening to people, to animals, to plants, to insects, to everything, just generally, what's going down at the moment, well, breathe into your own pain, because that is your pain from the separation from the source within you. That's all it is. Everything is you. The whole world is in you. So by breathing into that pain within yourself and loving and accepting it, well, then you will no longer see and project that pain out into the outer world. So when you look into the outer world, you won't see it as a big mess anymore. You will just see the beauty. You will see the divinity in each and every soul. You will understand the bigger picture. You will understand that certain things have to take place. But in the greater reality, it's all love. And there is nothing that is bad. There is nothing that is wrong. We are very brave. We are here at this huge transition time. And we've chosen to be here. Most of us as souls have come in many different cycles when the shifts are taking place as well. So we know this energy. We've come in especially for this. And it is our responsibility to hold that beam, to be that love, to see the divine in everything and everyone. And so we start to go even further into the inner, and we start to realize that the earth itself is in us. And so in a way, we don't have to go anywhere, because everything is already with us. And they can be like things, for example, like astral travel. I've never been able to astral travel. I remember years and years and years ago, I went to this workshop and you were supposed to get out of your body and look down on yourself and then move out through the roof. And I couldn't do that. And I was thinking, what's wrong with me? I can't do that. And then I realized later, I don't need to do that, because I'm already there. And that's the thing, we soul travel. So we don't need to go anywhere. We don't need to travel anywhere, because we're already there. It's like teleporting. People, I've experienced spontaneous teleporting before. Big deal. It's not about that. We did all that stuff when we were magicians. We did all that stuff when we manipulated energy. If we really need to teleport, if it is so crucial in divine will for a crucial thing, we'll do it spontaneously. Otherwise, don't even go there. You're getting into magic. You're getting into control. Because to really be somewhere else, you are already there. To give an example, years ago, I wanted to teleport. Well, I had teleported spontaneously, and I thought, oh, I wonder if I can just be able to do this. But my inner self said, no, there's only love. And then I remember before that happened, I wanted to go to a place in Greece, to Matoria, to these amazing rocks. And then I was thinking, because I was still in my 3D mind in those days, this is way back in the 80s. So in my 3D mind, I thought, okay, where will I land? And then I thought, maybe I'll land in the toilets at the airport. So suddenly I manifested myself in the toilets at Athens airport. And then there was a lady that came out of the toilet to wash her hands, and I was standing at the hand basin. And she said to me, where have you come from? And I said to her, I've always been here. And then that was when I realized, of course I've always been there. And I always am everywhere. So I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to try and do anything. The most important thing is to go within. And the more I go within and work it on the inner planes, then I'm at peace for a start. Okay, that is the greatest gift we have, is to be at peace with ourselves. So when we're at peace, we're in the stillness. And so when we're in the stillness, we are everywhere, all at once. So because we've been doing our homework and we've been loving and accepting all our emotional, mental life issues, then of course we're clearer and clearer, so we can start to access more and more. We start to go beyond the beyond. We can start to access ourselves from such high vibrations and such high dimensions of ourselves. And so when we integrate those parts of us back into who we are now, it just shifts us so much in our outer world. We just don't get caught up in stuff anymore. We don't let things give us a problem. But of course, what usually happens is we get even more challenges, because they're never going to stop. But of course, it's how we deal with them. So now I'd like to just take you through, at first, some real little basic things with inner planes, to help those people who haven't really dealt with the inner planes too much before to understand. And then we'll get into some more bigger picture stuff. So to start with, we're just going to connect.
I just want to say it's so inspirational to hear this from you right now. Such an important message. Thank you so much. I know we're all feeling lighter, and so we're ready to connect in. Thank you.
Okay, Lauren, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so if you want to, close your eyes, because that might help you to go deeper into yourself. But we're just going to connect first to the sun within ourselves, which is so important. So I want you to focus on your breath and just take some slow, deep breaths in. And just realize that there in your heart is a beautiful sun. Your total connection to the source, your solar self, your divine presence. And we also want to be connected like a tree. So we're just aware of the outer suns. And the outer suns, for us to be able to connect to the source, maybe the highest we can connect to at the moment is the greater central sun. So we're aware of that beautiful energy from source through the greater central sun, coming down through the central sun, the second sun, the sun, coming down through your higher chakras, down through your crown, down through your head, your neck, your chest, and right into the sun in your heart. As you take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, you're aware of that beautiful sun in your heart and the outer suns all aligned through you, as those outer suns move down through your central channel, down through your groin, through Earth Star Chakra below your feet, right down to the inner Earth Sun, the heart of our mother. And I want you to just feel that beautiful connection to the inner Earth Sun, which is so important to us. And then aware of the inner Earth Sun flowing back up through the earth, up through Earth Star Chakra, up through your feet, up your central channel, and into your heart, the sun in your heart. Then that beautiful inner Earth Sun flows up through your chest, your neck, your head, out through the sun, the second sun, the central sun, the greater central sun, right to the source of all that is. So you are like the beautiful tree that brings the energies of the cosmos right through you, takes it down right into the earth, brings the earth energy right up through you and sends it out to the cosmos. And as that tree connected like that, you give life. Aware now, going deeper into your heart to that beautiful sun that you are, is that sun of your true essence, your true self, your solar self, illuminates out through every cell of your body, as every cell of your body is tingling, alive, filled with life force energy, glowing in golden light. As the sun of your true self illuminates out through every cell of your body, through your etheric body, emotional bodies, mental bodies, spiritual bodies, as you are your gold body of light, from the source within you, through every cell of your body, through all your energy bodies, your gold body of light. As you bring your awareness back into yourself, into the sun within you. And now we're just going to do a little exercise, and this little exercise is going to help you to be able to trust more as well. And I want you to just think about something in your life that you may not be sure about, or it might be a decision you have to make, or it might be a situation in your life that's going on and you're not really quite sure about it, or it could be to do with a person or a group of people. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to send our energy into that situation. So just now send your energy. You're not going to harm the other people. You're not interfering with their energy field in any way, shape, or form, but you're sending your energy into that situation, whatever it might be that you've chosen to look at. And I want you to just see what comes back to you straight away. What color or colors or energy comes straight back to you from that situation, whatever it is. And just trust the first thing that comes to you, whatever comes to you. And it doesn't matter that you're not visual, but you know it inside yourself, because most of us are not visual. We just know it from our deep inner knowing. Now, if you've got a rainbow or gold or some beautiful bright color, well, obviously that's saying go for it. If it's some sort of other color you're not sure about, well, just ask yourself, well, what is this trying to show me? Or if it's a black or a gray or a dark brown or something like that, it's saying keep right away. So you might want to try that again, just thinking about maybe the same situation and you've got something else that you want. You've got a few choices in the situation, or there's a few things going on in this situation. Okay, so send your energy into another experience of that situation now, and straight away see what comes back to you, or sense what comes back to you if you're in a knowing. What color, or how does that energy feel? So you'll know straight away, and just trust, because it's all about trusting. The first thing that pops into your head. Don't get caught up in then a little dialogue going on in your head. Forget about that dialogue. It's the very first thing that pops in. So you can use that little simple little thing to help you if you've got decisions you need to make or things you're not sure about, because it will just show you how your energy is relating to that person or that situation. We're not interfering in anyone's energy field, but we're utilizing our energy because it's about our energy. It's not a judgment of that other person or those people or the situation. It's only, well, how is my energy with their energy? Because I need to look at my energy and I need to take responsibility for my energy and what's going on here. Okay, we're just going to do another simple little one now. And this is with a person in your life. Like, for example, it might be someone really close. It might be a family member that you might have a little bit of difficulty with, or it might be a friend. It might be someone that you don't think's a friend. But we want to think about a person in your life that you know there's some stuff there with. Okay, now some of you might have already cleared all of this, or you might want to go, but you might want to still go in, because to give an example, years ago with my dad, he was a good teacher for me, my dad, and I'm sure a lot of you could relate to our parents as being very good teachers for us. And I learned a lot from my experiences with my dad, but I more or less saw him as this person that was helping me to grow and to love myself. But then he got cancer and he was really sick, and my inner self just said to me, go and see who he really is. And of course, I hadn't done that before, so I had to ask him permission. You have to ask permission first before you go in to this person. But I asked permission and he said yes. And when I went in to see who he really was, I saw him as this amazing keeper of the codes. And of course, back in those days, this is a while ago now, I was always working with codes. That was one of my jobs. I was going around the planet, downloading codes in certain places, uploading codes. And the minute I realized who my father was on the inner planes, he let out such a sigh of relief. His soul was just, oh, finally she realizes who I am. And then after that, before that, it was always a bit difficult with my dad. It didn't matter that I'd looked at all our lifetimes together. I'd looked at everything. I'd chipped away for years at stuff, okay? And I'm sure a lot of you know what that's like. But in that moment of recognizing him and what our real connection was together on the inner planes, that shifted everything. And then after that, our relationship was fantastic. So I want you to just think about someone now that you might find it is a little bit tricky at times or a little bit difficult with. or it may be someone that you're fine with, you really love, you don't have a lot of problems with, but you might want to know what is my connection really with this person on the inner planes, because we're all working on the inner planes together. And it's just, and then when we come into the outer planes, sometimes it'd be a bit tricky. But if we can get that inner and the outer planes connected with that person, and we can have the inner and the outer working together with them, well, then there's no more trickiness. It's all, the inner and the outer are one. And so it's very powerful for us to do this. So just closing your eyes now for a moment and thinking about that person. And just imagining them there. It doesn't matter if they've left the planet. They don't have to be in a body. Now, thinking of that person, I want you to just go, first of all, and ask if you have permission from them to be able to go into their energy field and to really see who they are and what your real connection is with them. If they say no, well, just think about someone else. And now I want you to just literally, if you've given permission, just literally go in and look, see. You don't have to see clairvoyantly. You see with your inner knowing. You just know deep inside yourself. Trust whatever comes. Who are they really in relation to you? And what is your connection? What do you really do with, what is your work on the inner planes with this person? Now, if you didn't get anything now, because whatever comes will come fast. And this is the thing when we do our work on the inner, it comes straight away. So we have to start to recognize that. We have to just grab that first thing that pops into our head, because often we discard that, because then our monkey mind starts coming in and starts chattering to us. But it's that first thing. It doesn't matter how vague it is, okay? It can be super vague, because most of us are not clairvoyant. Most of us aren't even clairaudient or whatever it is, but it doesn't matter. And I want you to just realize too, with your third eye, for your third eye to really be open, it's not about being clairvoyant. It's about seeing the divine in everything and everyone 100% of the time. So that's a huge responsibility. So don't go trying to make your third eye open, whatever you do. And certainly don't go getting anyone else to try and initiate it to open. No one initiates us. We initiate ourselves. That's old paradigm stuff, and it's very dangerous. So don't even go there with this clairvoyant stuff or the psychic stuff. You know inside yourself. And then if you need to see something, you'll get an understanding of it from your inner knowing. And then you'll have an idea of what it is. If you really need to go in and see it even more, you will. But it's from your heart. It's from your inner knowing. Because that's where even our third eye to be really open comes from our heart. So we've got to be aware of this and not get caught up in all this old paradigm stuff. So we're going to do one more little exercise now with this. And it's just to look at something that's going on in your life right now. Because obviously we're in very challenging times, and I'm sure all of you are having challenges. I mean, I don't know anyone that isn't. It's just the way it is at the moment. And 2020 is really full on. It's just going for it. It's like we're in no time, we're in no space. The dimensions are merging so fast now. It's really on. And so it's very important that we're very connected on the inner to ourselves, and make sure we've got that connection to our source self, our divine essence, and we can really listen to our inner voice and our inner knowing. So just thinking now about something in your life that is a situation, It might be a difficult situation that you're going through in your life at the moment, or it may not be so difficult, but you're still not quite sure about things. So just close your eyes for a moment. Just take some nice, deep, slow breaths in. And then I want you to just think about that situation that's going on in your life. And now I want you to just go in and look, just see with your heart. You don't have to see with your third eye. See and know, what is this really happening here? What is going on? I want to see what's going on in the inner planes with this situation in my life. So again, whatever comes will have come fast. It won't, you don't have to sit there and start thinking, oh, because then you're in your head again. Okay. I have got an exercise that's for free on my website about getting it out of your head and into your heart. We're not going to do that today. But for those people, just go into Unity and then drop downs free inner healing stuff on my menu to help you to really train yourself to get out of your head and into your heart. And so whatever you've just seen on the inner, if you didn't, don't go into, oh, I couldn't do that. Don't get it caught up in any of that stuff. Okay, because you can do that. It's just that you are not trained yourself enough to just trust, to listen, to see, to know the first thing that's popped in. So just train yourself, just do those little exercises and you will get better and better. So whatever you saw about your situation on the inner planes, it would show you in a bigger picture way what's actually happening. So it gives you a bigger picture understanding of your situation on the earth plane. So then it gives you wisdom to know how to deal with it and how to go about it, because now you've seen it in the bigger picture on the inner planes. And just like with the person in your life, once you can see who they really are in connection to you and what your connection really is, not the stuff that we have to go through in the trauma-ridden, pain-ridden duality dramas on planet Earth, we know all about that, right? And we work on that as well, of course, because that gets us clearer so we can do this stuff. But once you see, and it's so easy to do that, it's not difficult. Just trust whatever comes, and then that will shift your whole relationship with that person, because now you know what your connection with them is on the inner planes, because that's where it's all at, on the inner planes. So, and that little exercise to send your energy into something and see what comes out of that, because you want to know, well, how is my energy with this situation? I'm only taking responsibility for my energy. I'm not worried about those other people. There's no judgment on whatever's going down with them. It's none of my business, but I need to know what my energy is in conjunction with them, so that then I know what I need to do in regards to the situation. So we're just empowering ourselves by being able to see these things as in the bigger picture by going into the inner. So now we're going to go and do some more advanced level inner planes work. And so for this, we're going to do a bit more connecting. So remembering that you're connected from the source through the sun, down through you to the sun and the inner earth and back again. The beautiful sun in your heart that's radiating out through every cell of your body, through all your energy bodies, one gold body of light. And now I want you to take your awareness down to the inner earth sun, and just aware of the beautiful energy of the inner earth sun as it flows up through the earth, up through your earth star chakra, up through your link chakra, which is just below your groin and the etheric, up through your base, your sacral, your solar plexus, and then right into your soul light chakra, which is halfway between your heart and your solar plexus. And just taking a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, you're aware of the inner earth sun in your soul light chakra. Now aware of that beautiful sun in your heart, aware of the outer sun, as the outer sun and the golden rays of the outer sun flow down through your higher chakras, cosmic gateway, universal gateway, stellar gateway, soul star, your crown, causal, frontal, third eye, down through your throat, thymus, and into your heart. As you take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, you're aware of the inner and the outer sun, one within your heart. So you are aware now of the sun in your heart, the inner earth sun in your soul light chakra, and there is a figure 8 that's flowing between them. And the top circle of the figure 8 is the sun in your heart. In the lower circle of the figure 8 is the inner earth sun in your soul light chakra. And the figure 8 is flowing between them both in beautiful light, flowing faster and faster and faster and faster. And that beautiful figure 8, the eternal flow between the sun in your heart and the inner earth sun in your soul light chakra. As you take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, the inner earth sun and the sun merge within you. And as the inner earth sun and the sun merge within you, it opens you up to your earth sun body. Your earth sun body is like a tuning fork that aligns all your bodies and connects them with the earth. Your physical body with the earth's physical body, your etheric body with the earth's, one with the earth's etheric body, your emotional bodies, one with the earth's emotional bodies, your mental bodies, one with the earth's mental bodies, your spiritual bodies, one with the earth's spiritual bodies, as you are one with the earth through your earth sun bodies, through the inner earth sun, through the sun, aligned through all the suns of creation, through the sun within you, open to the new paradigm energies. As you go deeper and deeper with your breath into your heart, deeper and deeper. And right there in your heart is a beautiful doorway, a crossover point. And right in that crossover point, you connect through the center of our galaxy, and just being aware of the pulse of light and consciousness that's coming to us on this day from the center of our galaxy. Now, moving through that crossover point, through the center of you, through the center of our galaxy, into the void, into the stillness, into the absolute peace, where all is created from that stillness, from that absolute peace. And then in that stillness, there is a beautiful sound that comes to you from your true essence, from your heart. And then you start to become aware of yourself in your higher dimensional form. Whatever your inner self wants you to be aware of now as yourself, as you are in your higher dimensional form. Just trust, because your inner self will be showing you whatever your higher dimensional aspect is that your inner self really wants you to be aware of right now. It could be you as pure light. It could be you as a light being. It could be you as just the source. Or it could be an aspect of you that's needing to be remembered now, that has beautiful gifts to give you as you integrate that beautiful you, that higher dimensional you. That you that operates in the higher dimensional realms, that absorbs all the light codes that start to flow through the doorway in you, through your heart, through every cell of your body. As every cell of your body opens to those light codes and to that beautiful you and that higher dimensions, your essence glows and radiates through every cell of your body. Every cell of your body is alive and tingling. Every cell knows this higher dimensional you. Every cell awakens to this aspect that you are your true self, integrating it fully through your beautiful body, right through your feet and toes. That beautiful divine essence is right there in your toes, your toenails tingling alive, up through your feet, your legs, up through your groin, your pelvis, up through your body, every cell in your body, every organ in your body, up through your spine, up through your chest, up through your shoulders, your hands, your arms, your fingers, your fingernails, tingling alive through your neck, your jaw, your teeth, through your mouth, your nose, your eyes, through your brain. The little synapses jumping across the cavity between the left and the right hemispheres, opening you into one brain, one consciousness. As your higher dimensional self goes beyond superconscious, conscious, and subconscious, because you are one consciousness, you are one brain, you open to galactic mind and universal mind. As you are this beautiful divine aspect of yourself, through the inner, it glows out to the outer, through your skin, out through your energy bodies. You are this divine presence. You feel it in every cell of your body. You feel your heart glowing brighter and brighter. And now we're going to, while you're still in this beautiful space, we're going to do some bigger picture work that I've been guided, that's connected with all of us today. And we are actually going to go to the light city that's in Antarctica. And I'm sure many of you have heard about or have even connected to the light city that's in the Antarctica. But now, just being aware that you are there in the Antarctic, at the light city. You don't have to travel anywhere. You are already there. And what I want you to do is just, first of all, just get a sense of how that light city feels right there, down in the Antarctica, right there at the bottom of the earth. How does that light city feel to you? You're familiar with this place. I want you to just go now to the place that's connected to you in this light city. There's somewhere very familiar there that's resonating to you, that's calling you. And just get a sense of your form in that other cycle, in that time when that light city was a civilization. There are way more civilizations from Lemurian Atlantis. We've been through many cycles on this earth. And so we don't get caught up in how long ago it was, because it's all in the now. It's all here right now. And I want you to get a sense of the environment. What was the environment like when this civilization existed? What was your role? What was your role in that civilization? And is there anything you need to bring back to place there? Or is there anything you need to be given from that space now? Is there any gifts from yourself there, or from the beautiful energy there, that you need to remember, that you need to integrate within yourself, that might be part of bigger picture work that you are working with as well? Or how is it connected to our earth in this time and space, the light city in Antarctica? then just getting a sense of what happened in that experience. What happened to the environment of the earth then? Just being aware that you're holding the energy, you're the beam. You don't have to do anything, but you hold the energy of divine love and oneness right through that whole experience. And now I want you to get a sense, there's a great diamond there that all of us together, whether you're watching this now or in the replay, it doesn't matter because there is no time and space, but all of our combined energies in the one heart are now here holding the energy, aware of this beautiful diamond that's there, that was placed there in the first cycle, way back in the creation of the earth. And now this diamond is wanting us to be with it as it activates. We don't have to do anything. We just have to be with it, honor it, acknowledge it, know that we are multidimensional, that we also have a diamond within us. It's unlimited facets of light. And our inner diamond is glowing through the outer diamond, and the outer diamond is glowing through our inner diamond. As that beautiful diamond starts to glow there in the Antarctic and through us and our diamond light body of light, as all of us, because we're all around the planet, wherever we may be located, we are holding the energy with this beautiful multi-dimensional energy, this beautiful multi-prismed light that's helping to hold the energy on the planet while we transition into the higher dimensions of ourselves and the higher dimensions of the earth. And on the inner, just be aware of what is unfolding. We are the witness. We are the observer. We hold the energy. We don't have to do anything. We're just being the beautiful beam that we are, holding the energy through all worlds and dimensions, through all time and space to 0 point, and pure love and absolute allowing and total acceptance and unconditional love, a state of peace. And we observe what is unfolding from all of us together, holding the energy as this beautiful diamond awakens and activates more fully and glows out through us, through our own diamonds, through the diamond light matrix, creating beautiful portals of energy all around the world. Each of us is anchoring wherever we are, may be located, through our presence, through our being. Nashesha kayana, tiskanelaya, tukushame, sakeshamaya dea, ishayana. And now just being aware. So we're running out of time, but I know Lauren said we can go for a little bit longer, so I'm hoping that will be all right, Lauren. Okay. Because I want you to...
Beautiful space. Oneness. Beautiful. Thank you. Go ahead.
And I want everyone to just give you an example of a cosmic event in the bigger picture as well. And we're actually going to look at a cosmic event that I do cosmic events, and I have them on my website, send them on my newsletter. Probably not the same as other people because we all connect into different energies and different themes. But this is a star alliance, and it's going to be happening in Earth time on February the 20th. But my inner self really wanted us to be aware of this now, because this is a precursor to what's happening to all of us. And I know a lot of you have heard about the wave. Okay, there's a wave coming through of very high frequency light. Some indigenous tribes in that feel that it might be a big tsunami or the earth doing its thing. That is a possibility as well. But when we're multidimensional, we don't get caught up into the fear about earth changes. Because if Mother Earth has to do her thing, she has to do her thing. And she has told me, whatever it takes. But if we hold the energy and we love that fear, whatever fear we might have about that, then we move through it. Because even if we were to stand here right now and a huge tsunami was to come hurtling at us, if you had fear, of course you would get smashed up, drowned, all that stuff would happen to you because you're third dimensional, because you're trapped from your fear in the third dimension. But if you breathe into your fears, okay, and we don't have to be perfect, but in that instant, say, for example, a tsunami is hurtling at us right now, because you have been practicing breathing into your fears, and it doesn't matter that you've still got issues going in your life, because it's a continual challenge in our lives all the time. It's not about being perfect or anything like that, but you have trained yourself. So in that split second, you won't go into fear. You will just move right through it because it is only third dimensional. Okay, and you are multidimensional. I had that once years ago where a guy tried to kill me with machete in a pyramid of Mexico, and the machete was just about to hack into me. And in the third dimension, I should have been murdered, quite revoltingly so as well. But in that second, I didn't go into fear. I shifted. I went into, looked him in the eye, spoke power words that came out of my being that I never learned anywhere. I know them within, and I moved into light out of that situation. Actually, through the rock in the pyramid, I went through a tunnel of light. So that showed me that all of us, and that was in 95. So, I mean, I'm still working on stuff, we all are. It's not about being perfect. It's just that we train ourselves. So in that instant, in the blink of an eye, through the eye of the needle, you are through. And that's what's going to happen. I don't know when that's going to happen, but we're preparing for it. Some people call it the event. Other people call it the wave. There are a lot of people that go on the inner planes to a gathering where this is all discussed about this event that's going to happen on the earth. So we're going to do a little bit with that just to see what might unfold for you to do with all of this. And when we're doing that, I'm going to take you into some more interesting inner things to help you even more to understand and get a sense of these inner realms. So again, just closing your eyes, just taking some nice deep slow breaths in, just aware of that beautiful sun in your heart illuminating you through every cell right out through you, aware of your total connection through all the suns, through the sun and the earth and back again, aware that you're in your earth sun body, you're like a beautiful tuning fork, you're just aligned, you're open to the new light octaves and the beautiful higher dimensional realms of existence. And now we're just aware that this cosmic event is a star alliance between the Vegans, and Vega is the brightest star in the constellation of Lyra. Lyra is the prism we came out of when we came into creation as we know it. Once we go into creation, we start to separate and go into all these different aspects of ourselves. So we've got Vega, the brightest star, and when I made a star essence out of that and back about 1990, it told me, all it said was, I am light. Since then, I've made Stargate essences with Vega as well, but it is such a beautiful energy coming to us from Vega. And there's also the Star Alliance is with Canopus. Now, Canopus is the star in the constellation of Carina. And Canopus is also very familiar to the earth. We have a strong connection with that too. The ancient Egyptians had a very strong connection with it, and they called it the golden beam to the golden earth. Okay, so we're working with the Star Alliance of these beautiful Vegans, these beautiful beings in Canopus, and also all of us, beautiful beings here on Earth. The brotherhood, the sisterhood of light, us as the councils of light, but we are in bodies on Earth. This is all of us here, right now. So I want you to just be aware of this beautiful trine of energy that's coming from the beautiful beings of light from Vega, coming from the beautiful beings from Canopus, and grounding through us as the beautiful beings of light that we are in physical bodies right here on this beloved planet. And then that energy channels through the new Earth grids and goes out through the grids all around the Earth, because this light encodement that's coming in now is connecting to all of us, and it's bringing in light codes to help us with our new hue woman man self, because we are all changing very fast now. Our bodies are rearranging our molecules. Some of us no longer have chakras. Some of us no longer have kundalini. Some of us no longer have meridians, but we're still here. We're still functioning. We still look the same. We still feel the same, but we're functioning from a lot higher dimensions of energy. We have flows coming through us now. We have wormholes coming through us, and we are rearranging our molecules. So this beautiful star alignment is coming through. The star alliance is bringing this energy to assist us even more with this new hue warm man that we are. This beautiful being that our bodies is changing into. In every cell of our bodies, every cell is alive, every cell is radiant. You're just aware of the flow coming through you, that you are so connected to Source, that you are so open to this beautiful new energy that's coming through, the beautiful light codes illuminating through every cell of your body, tingling, radiant, life force energy, as you are this beautiful creation that's here holding this high frequency light. We have stepped through the doorway of ourselves, through our own stargate, as you go deeper and deeper now, deeper and deeper into yourself, going into your body, traveling through your body. And as you start to travel through your body, you become aware that all of the earth is in you. It's not out there, it's in you. You're aware of the beautiful earth, the beautiful landscape through you, through all of you. And you're aware of the stargate that you are. There's a stargate you came through in this life to be able to come through here. And there's a stargate in you right there through your heart, as you travel through the stargate that unifies heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that the earth is you and you are the earth, the heavens are you and you are the heavens. There is no separation. And as you travel through your body now, we're just going to go on a little adventure, and we're going to go through the earth, through your body, and your inner self is going to take you either to your stargate or a stargate that's on the earth that is through your body, that takes you to a beautiful vortex that's somewhere on this planet. It could be somewhere that you know of, or it might be somewhere completely new that your inner self really wants you to be aware of now. So you're traveling through your body. Your inner self is showing you the stargate that you move through, and then you come out through the earth, wherever this vortex is, aware of this beautiful vortex, this doorway that is right inside of you, that is also on the earth, because you are the earth and the earth is you. And this beautiful vortex is taking you into the mothership of Gaia, the mothership of the earth. And I want you to be aware, as you are in this beautiful mothership, that there are the beautiful beings from Shambhala, the beautiful beings from Agartha and the other inner earth spaces, beautiful star beings that are connected to the earth, councils of light, councils of the elders, all the divine beings that are working with us and with the earth in this great shift and cycle. And we're all having a little meeting, and we're discussing what is going on in this event, this big experience that's aligning up, that is going to take us through into the higher dimensions of ourself fully, to the higher dimensional earth, and how it's related to you. Nehena hoya tayana, shikiaya, imahaya taya, shikiaya, nishik in the air, shikoshama taya, ishkama air. As you are aware of yourself right in your body, you are present. You are the earth. You are all that is, the worlds within worlds, the universe, the heavens, all one through you. The inner planes and the outer planes merge through each and every one of us. Thank you, beloved, beautiful family of light, dear friends. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you, the beautiful beings that you are, and what we can create together through the one heart. Thank you so much, Lauren, for making this possible.
Oh, Soluntra, that's why we love this. You always take us into such a pristine vibration. And I really would love to hear some comments from those who maybe have seen what their role is in that greater galactic event. And
yes, and I'd like to share too. So
yeah.
if any of you on Facebook, I've got just Soluntra King, my page. So under the advertisement I've got with this talk, you might want to just put in comments and I can communicate with you through that. Or you can always email me as well. That's no problem too. So, but yes, we've got a little bit of dialogue here that we might want to share with each other.
Wow. Okay. So I'd love to hear that. I'll check some comments here before we sign off. Really, the thing is no fear, and we must find that peace within. It's that connection that we got linked up to through that process. That's really powerful. And again, I can't reiterate enough how important it is in these times, particularly. We have a comment coming in on our YouTube chat line that says, is the you know, the past couple of the days, these past few days, is like the eye of the needle in the energies. So peace from within and unifying within. We do talk unity, but unity more so than on the outer realms of being united and collaborating with other people. It's really this unity within, as you've taught us today, unifying with all of it, loving it and allowing it.
Yes, and we are all connected within. And even though we may not be conscious of it, we're often working with each other on the inner planes as well.
Yes, we're working with each other on the inner planes. Okay, well, this is why we're always told to hold the highest vision of New Earth, right? Because it is something from within us. So that's powerful.
Mm.
So I know that we're supposed to go within, but it would be really interesting to see what you experience yourself, Soluntra, when you're in the inner planes with other people and you think about the wave.
Well, as we were just doing that little exercise, because I was more facilitating than, doing it myself. But of course, I just got, you are doing what you're supposed to be doing with this wave.
Keep on doing it. Keep it on.
Yeah. And I just saw us when we were in Antarctica. I just saw, and I saw us all because inner self really wanted us to do that today. That somehow was important. It's all a precursor. Everything is, we just keep creating more and more foundations. We're getting prepared more and more, obviously with the big Saturn-Pluto conjunction at Uluru. I mean, ongoing for years. I mean, a lot of us have been doing this for, 30, 40 years or more, but it's getting even more and more intense and it's escalating even more. And so I just saw us, we were all incredible beings around the planet. It just looked so beautiful, each and every one of us. And we were just glistening and glowing. And it was just gorgeous,
Yes. Oh, that's beautiful. That's awesome. So that is the inspiration that keeps us going. We do this multidimensional work and it does affect our world here and everyone around us. So thank you. So Saluntra, you've got a beautiful special offer. I'm going to put up a page here for people to get the link. We have a quick link for that. But there's a way that people can actually work a lot with these teachings, these inner planes. And you've got a workbook, a PDF workbook, ebook, and a bunch of MP3 activations. So please go over that because that will take people totally deeper and be very beneficial.
Okay, well, the book all happened very fast because when Lauren invited me, I wasn't sure what I was meant to do until just after the Pluto-Saturn conjunction. And then my inner self just told me, the inner planes. Okay. And then as I started to think, okay, what am I going to do with this? And then the next thing I know, I'm writing this book, which stuff some of it I've had for a long time, just put together as well, but an overview. So in the book, there is an overview, and we're starting from the very basic, going up to working bigger picture. And it's incorporating everything as far as looking at how to deal with things in a more basic sense, with how to connect with yourself, going in and learning really who you truly are. Things like listening to your inner voice, just inner healing, looking at your archetypes, different things like that. Then moving up through interconnecting with others that you work with on the inner planes, knowing that you do work with other beings that are here on the inner planes, right up to the bigger picture, going on soul travels. I've sort of incorporated everything in that book, and then I put in lots of, there's actually 21 articles in the special, because there's a lot of MP3s. Some of them have PDFs with them as well, and they're taking you through all sorts of things. Like one of them is your diamond light body, to experience that. Another is opening up to the golden solar discs within yourself. Another one is just understanding about dragons and the dragons, different aspects of multidimensionalness. And I've also got a meditation from the elementals, which is to help neutralize 5G. I mean, there's all sorts of things from all planes of energy that is in the special to assist you to be able to go from the basic. And also not forgetting that even when we are working with advanced things, we still have to connect into the basic stuff too. It's not that we ever escape the basic stuff, because the core stuff is the most important stuff, like to unconditionally love and accept ourselves completely and everything and everyone else. So the basics are very important as a grounding, as a foundation, and then we look at going into deeper and deeper levels of working on the inner planes, which is in this special with all the MP3s and the PDFs.
Wow. Well, thank you for that. What a beautiful course of teachings and ways that we can really love ourselves and tune into these inner planes and really do that work. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The link here is up on the screen. Quick link is bit.ly/Soluntra offer. Of course, it's on this webpage that you're viewing as well, and it's available, and you'll get an immediate download, and you'll be able to begin working with this. Soluntra, it is an interconnection that we know that we need. It's this knowing what we know and being our own guide that is of extreme importance in today's world, and your program assists us into doing that. And so the more that we share and do this work, wow, the more we can help others do it too. It really is game on for New Earth. And so I love what you shared about really not getting distracted with all of it, doing this inner work, working on the inner planes, unifying, loving, and allowing. And that will bring solutions as well. When we've talked a lot recently about the Ho'oponopono and why that is so important at like unraveling the energy. It's like an energetic dissolver so that communication lines can be opened. And that's what this work does too. When we're doing this inner work, the energetics that shift, like with your own dad, as you told that story, it's so beautiful. And that is something to behold and truly walk in during these times of great change. It is a great shift underway. And I just thank you so much for the tools there, Soluntra. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for all that you make possible, Lauren. You're amazing. Especially since I knew you in 2012, and now, wow, it's exploded.
Before that big gateway,
Yeah.
goddess, before that gateway.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just want to say that what we see, the tools, I just can't reiterate enough that what we learned today physically helped me in a situation I'm actually getting ready to leave and go into right now. And it really is not to take sides, but just to bring our highest multidimensionality into all situations. Even though some might say it doesn't fit this situation, we do our best, right?
Yes.
We make this normal. We make this mainstream.
Yeah. Totally. Well, look at crystals. I remember when I got into crystals in the early 80s, and I thought, oh, this wouldn't be great if everyone around the planet got into crystals. And of course, they're a stepping stone. And of course, nowadays, everyone knows about crystals. And then I got into mandalas years ago, and now everyone's into mandalas. And so everything is becoming mainstream now. Everything. It's
Yay.
just fantastic, you know?
Okay, good. Well, all right. That's really good and inspiring. Before we say goodbye, your artwork is so beautiful. The paintings behind you are so energetic. Share with us, because you create mandalas and their energy to really help transmute. Share a little bit on the beautiful artwork behind you before we say goodbye.
Well, some of those paintings I've done a long time ago. I haven't done any oil. I've basically been doing mandalas, but there's Out of the Ocean of Emotion over there, which you probably can't see so well. That's twin flame. That one's Creator Goddess. That's the dance of life. And then that's the creation chamber. Oh, that one's aligned and fearless mandala. I've got mega mandalas, of course, but I just thought I put the paintings behind me because they fill in the space of my messy office.
Beautiful. We love the energy from that. Awesome. Okay. Well, this has been so exquisite. You are pristine in the energies that you connect us to. So beautiful. Thank you for your tireless work. You are a globetrotter and you are so deeply committed, and that is so inspiring for all of us. So thank you, Soluntra King. This has been a beautiful quantum conversation. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. You're so dedicated too, my dear. You're amazing. Thank you.
Stay tuned. We'll invite you to a new big thing coming up. So, all right. Thank you, Soluntra. And thank you, everyone, for being here and tuning into this light that you are and the inner realms. It's such important work, and we can't do it without you. So, thank you. Namaste. Bye bye. Now it's time to dance our way to the cosmic heart. Bye bye. We leave you now with music from the universe. Music literally created by the universe, as musical notes were assigned to mathematical equations. The result is this beautiful music, available at acoustichealth.com. Namaste.